EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
As part of its plans to promote industrial entrepreneurship development in Nigeria, the Bank of Industry says it has set aside 1 billion naira to support fashion entrepreneurs in Nigeria. This is interesting, a means of promoting the fashion industry. Hello everyone, good to be on your screen again. You're watching the EOM Business Network and I am Ethel Okpala. Business as usual. We will kick off with the news segments. Thereafter, Spot On, with the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Majeurs Chesterfield, Demi Owoseje, and the corporate expose on Trion Worldwide Construction Limited, with the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Fahad Mosso. This is an episode you can afford to miss. Sit back, relax as I bring you the details.
This is an amazing job opening. Media television marketing. A university or polytechnic degree in marketing or mass communications. XNYC. Good looks. Good spoken English. Marketing experience. Between 22 and 40 years old. 5 feet 9 inches tall or more. 250,000 naira per month. A car and a driver. If the cap fits, then send your CV to eombusinessnk@yahoo.com.
Chibek Instruments Limited, your one-stop renewable power solutions provider, is positioned to deliver customer-oriented and innovative energy storage solutions that are reliable, cost-effective, and environmental friendly. All Chibek systems are fully equipped with robust lithium battery management systems, inverters, charge controllers, UPS, digital display panel, etc., and are covered by a 5-year warranty. Chibek Instruments Limited products lets you power your homes and your business anywhere, anytime, always.
Hello, my name is Kunle Afod. Why you should invest in Headlight Nigeria Limited? Talking of rapid appreciation of land value, think of Headlight. Our estates are strategically located within axis of Ogun and Lagos states. Premier Garden City Estate, Mowe, Ogun State. Main Street Estate Plus, Agbara, Ogun State. Sprawling Home Estate, Arefo, Ogun State. Premier Garden City Estate, Ibejuleki. Payment terms are flexible and affordable. Buy into the future now.
You can locate us at our office 25B over Babiti Ashaye Street. Omole Phase 1 Ojodu Beggar with a safe land and the one wasteland. Pick your size and call this phone number 01-295-2628 or 080-7453-8201.
Let us start with information and communications technology. The importance of information and communications technology in any modern economy cannot be overemphasized. Worrisome, however, is that some practitioners have expressed concern about some of the challenges they face. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Sigma Beta Alpha Limited, Tunde Ezichi, is of the view that inadequate infrastructure in Nigeria as a factor militating against the development of the country's ICT sector.
What is happening in the power sector? You and I know that it's not adequate. It's not enough. Basic things which the citizenry should really take for granted that will also engender entrepreneurship and what have you are not really there. So power is one, infrastructure, telecommunications infrastructure, broadband and what have you, are those very basic things which can catalyze the growth of the IT industry.
Now to legal matters. Principal partner of Olufemi, Olutimehin and Co., Femi Olutimehin, has identified some of the factors that have contributed to the growth of law and society.
With the advent of internet, it has really it has really changed a lot of things. You know, as a lawyer, there's a limit to which you can advertise your firm or your services. But with the coming of the internet, I think it has really changed a lot of things. It helps in a way to bring out lawyers. You know, people get to know a lot about you quickly, faster than it used to be.
And to Love Matters, relationship coach and chief executive officer of Lagos Matchmaker, Didi Wamate, spoke to EOM Business Network News on relationships and matchmaking business in Nigeria.
You have three main challenges. Number one is trust. We're new, so people don't know us, and they're thinking, do I trust that this company can deliver? So that's a major challenge. So what we do in that sense is we try to communicate with our clients and explain to them how we work. It's a constant battle, you know, trying to explain to them, this is what we do, this is how we succeed. So that's the main one, trust. And a second one is the staffing, trying to find a staff that understands what you are doing. But luckily for us, we've gotten rid of that part. And the third one would be the marketing strategies. You don't have other people in this same line of business, so you don't know how to market it. So you have to think of ideas on your own, on how do you market this to people, since you don't have any blueprints on marketing.
That is the EOM Business Network News. ARB Solar Investment Limited, the renewable energy giant and solar hub of Africa, is a consultancy and general contracting company positioned to providing quality alternative power solutions in Nigeria. Since 2010, JRB Solar Investment Limited has been working strategically to facilitate innovative productions and distribution of environmentally sustainable energy solutions. JRB Solar Investment Limited is into sales, installation, maintenance, and servicing of highly efficient and durable alternative energy systems of various capacities. Its range of products and services include solar panels, batteries and solar home systems, LED light street lamps and solar power traffic lights, offline online inverters, charge controllers, energy saving bulbs and solar heaters, site design and layouts, inverter and battery maintenance, home and office systems installation, and many more. JRB Solar Investment Limited's clients are guaranteed 100% top quality products and services, all at affordable and pocket-friendly prices. Come over to JRB Solar Investment Limited, 2 IBM Haruna Street, Utako District, Abuja, Nigeria. Call telephone number 080-5775-5008, 080-5943-9425, 080-600-81887. JRB Solar Investment Limited, your one-stop shop for renewable energy solutions. Victor Ifemesia is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Weatherguard Nigeria Limited.
Weatherguard brand was born as a trademark for another company, Softstar Limited. I registered this company in 2007, and going through the registration of the trademark, it took us a lot of bureaucracy, so we couldn't go through with that. So we decided to actually register the company properly as Weatherguard Limited. And Weatherguard Limited is a company whose sole goal is to provide the best price per square meter for canopy installations all over the country. We can provide canopy installations for homes, for schools, for businesses, and for any public space. So that basically is the driving idea behind Weatherguard brand. In Nigeria, to provide a canopy, basically you need two things. The first thing is the steel structure, and then you need the canopy roofing material. So what we found when we started the company is that there was a gap there were a lot of artisans in Nigeria that knew how to fabricate and design and make the steel structure, because the steel is local, can be locally sourced. But to find good quality roofing canopy material was a problem. So this is where we saw a gap, and we decided, okay, let's bridge this gap by providing affordable canopy roofing materials and not compromising on quality. Thus far, we've been able to provide, I think we can humbly say that we're one of the top suppliers in Nigeria, nationwide, of top quality canopy roofing materials like the shade net, the polycarbonate sheets, Dampalon and stuff like that. So we've been able to help the artisans, these artisans who are skillful, who couldn't, before Weatherguard, easily source these quality roofing materials. So we've been able so far to provide this, make it available and reasonably priced. So these artisans are sort of, instead of going through a lot of trouble sourcing these materials, they just come to Weatherguard and the materials are readily available for them. Well, you know, I think the way to go is entrepreneurship. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur, but you know, they're just saying that entrepreneurs are born, not made. And I think that's not true. I think it's something that can be learned. Because if you go to other countries, you see that in business schools, entrepreneurship is something that they really hammer on. And entrepreneurship is the way forward, because if I set up a business, I employ 2, 3, 4 people. I'm helping the government. Instead of looking for people that will maybe employ thousands and big conglomerates that will do stuff like that. So I think entrepreneurship is the way forward. And with the past administration's UN and the YES program of this present administration, I think the government is trying their best to help with this kind of solutions. So I think entrepreneurship is the way to go.
Abdul Hakim Uthman Mustapha, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, is the principal partner of AU Mustapha and Company.
I worked for a bank for like 5 years, and I pulled out to start the practice in 93, 94. We have 2 offices. We have one here. We have one in Lagos. Everybody likes to run the legal practice as a business going concern. But in the short run, we try to emphasize customer service, which is largely lacking in Nigeria. We try to satisfy the clients and not just look for the money. In the process, we built trust, we built large client base, and money came in. Nowadays, the reverse is the case. The first time you have a client, all you want to do is to milk the client and get so much out of him. The method we use here is that if the client comes first, we make sure we give service, we give results, and in the process, the client comes back, brings more people, and we drive it. 1. Number 2, we've embraced the technology. Like I said, the office is automated. We invested in books, and we try to pay the lawyers here a little bit above the industry standard. And everybody that works here, even if eventually you leave, a lot of people have left here, they become legal advisors of bank, they set up their firm. We still see them as part of the family. I feel humbled, I feel fulfilled, but it comes with a lot of responsibilities. It means society will see you differently. What others might do and go with, you don't have to do. It's a burden. And for the profession that has given you that kind of recognition and status, you have to be much more responsible to the profession. You have to put the interest of that profession more than any other thing you've done. So you are more or less like the ambassador of the profession. You have to carry yourself in such a way that you are indeed deserving of that title, and you can defend it. It's believed in some quarters that technology might erode the business of legal practice, because there are some apps now that you have a legal issue and you prompt the app can give you legal solutions. Lawyers who want to thrive, you have to be very hardworking, you have to put integrity as the forerunner, and more importantly, you have to embrace technology and capacity building. You need to learn more. There are some lawyers who can't use system. In this office, it's viral. Nobody types anything. We don't have secretaries. If you have to work here, you have to be able to use system, and we've embraced technology in so many ways. It's quite worrisome. We've had costs to employ some young lawyers here, and you eventually have to train them. If they even write something for you, they will abbreviate, like sending WhatsApp messages and blah, blah, blah. I think the future, is what is obtained in the US to make law degree a second degree. It brings about a little bit of maturity, and it brings about capacity, as it were. If you have first degree, is presumed that you have gone through some rigorous academic exercise. So if law comes as second degree, I think that will go along with one. Number two, like I said, continuing legal education. As lawyers, we need to understand the business of our clients before we can advise them properly. So we don't need to be pedantic and just know all the rules of course, know the case law. No, we need to take the next step, as it were, to understand the dynamics of our client's business. And the law school curriculum needs to be expanded to include some courses that is not hardcore law, but has to do with humanities and, the realities of society. There's a difference between fighting corruption and fighting corrupt people. It appears we are fighting corrupt people, picking people, locking them up. Fighting corruption is an institutional thing. It's something that if there's an infraction, maybe somebody spent $3-4 billion, you have to find out how did that happen. You have to investigate that and make sure that doesn't happen again. So what we're saying is picking people, 100 people, taking them, it's effective. They're getting their recovery money, but if we want to stem corruption, we need to institutionalize it by making sure we put institutions in place that can survive individuals. And in the long run, you're going to make sure you have an almost corruption-free society, which it doesn't exist anywhere in the world.
Demi Owoseje is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Majeurs Chesterfield.
My company is the birth child of an architect student who was newly graduated in 2010. At the height of recession in the UK, I was unable to find a job in close enough proximity to where I live, which is London. So I started making furniture. I started playing with furniture as a hobby, just something for me to do, just to sort of, pass away the time. And in doing that, I was getting a lot of responses from people. People were buying. I was making money from this thing. So I continued and I decided, okay, let me pursue this. And that's basically how Majeurs Chesterfield was born. In the UK, we predominantly focus on restoration and sustainable design. So we have a way of blending new furniture with old furniture. We take what is old, we refurbish it, we make it look great again, we value old furniture and good quality furniture, so we try our best to preserve it. Now in doing that, we then manufacture new furniture. So you imagine every project we do is very unique in the sense of we have old elements and new elements, and we bring them together quite beautifully. And the mission is basically to create beautiful, high quality furniture using local materials and using the resources within Nigeria to make good furniture for Nigerians by Nigerians. So we specialise in upholstery furniture. That's our, in essence, our bread and butter. That's our speciality. So we focus on just good quality frame making, great upholstery, comfortable pieces of furniture, soft furnishing, sofas, chairs, armchairs, stools, things of that nature. And we basically, with our chairs, we build for longevity. We build solid frames, and we use an old traditional way of doing upholstery, which is something I brought over here from the UK in terms of our upholstery work. So apart from the upholstery that we do in sort of integrating beautiful international designs right here in Nigeria in our manufacturing, we also do sort of cabinetry work, which is woodwork, wardrobes, kitchens, things of that nature. Yeah, just basically anything you find in your home, basically, home design. Everything is online. Predominantly in the UK, we only trade online. We don't have a storefront anymore. We used to, but when we decided to come to Nigeria and explore the Nigerian market, we had to basically downsize and micromanage what we were doing in the UK. So from the UK, our customers go online. We have a reputation now, so they know to trust us. They order online. Our guys over there make the product. Logistics takes care of deliveries. That's pretty much what we do in the UK at the moment. In Nigeria, we're not quite there yet with the technology, but here we're more hands-on. So clients tend to come and visit us first. They want to get a feel for what we're making, how we're making it. We're continuously sending photos to clients on a weekly basis, every stage of their design, because again, Nigeria isn't quite, that sort of e-commerce buying habit is not quite, there. So we're very much more hands-on with our clients. So yeah, that's basically what we do, and then we deliver, and then that's basically it.
Engineer Fahad Mansur is the Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Trion Worldwide Construction Limited.
Okay, I'm Fahad Mansur, an entrepreneur and engineer by training. I see infrastructure deficit in Nigeria and Africa in general, and that is why we are here to close the gap as a construction company. Trion Worldwide Construction is a registered Nigerian company with head office here in Abuja. We provide services in construction, architectural design, project planning and management. As a company, we stand for integrity, innovation and quality. So what is unique about us is actually our approach to construction. We approach construction in a sustainable and resource efficient manner. The reason why I say sustainable is buildings account to more than 40% of energy consumption. Therefore, with our energy issues here in Nigeria, sustainable construction is the best way forward. So sustainable in the manner of incorporating sustainability in the design itself and also during the construction process. The energy and resource efficiency of the building also. I would say we are 10 over 10 because whatever we are doing, we try to incorporate our best services in it. And also, we deliver our best. We've been involved in both private and public projects, like our public sector projects, and we also have private sector projects, like housing developments here in Abuja, also in Kaduna.
Of recent, they just concluded Akon Summit. The president of Nigerian Institute of Architects address the same issue of architectural practice in Nigeria. And the way forward in the communique was to see that there's this APRN that was introduced to help check quacks, because that's a major issue. Because when you have more quacks in the system, when I mean quacks is unregistered or incompetent architects to practice, and there is no proper regulation to check that. Our social responsibility number one is sustainable construction practice. In Trion so far, we have been trying to work with young people to give them opportunity to try and believe in themselves, and by so doing we open our doors to IT students, corpers to come and serve here, and where we still pay them and we expose them to real-time situation of the real practice itself. It's a way of giving back to the community. And we also have ideas that have to do with raising initiative to bring about sensitization in the construction industry, and it also coming out as well to also enlighten people on the need, because your main social responsibility should be start from enlightenment. When you are being enlightened and you partake in enlightening others too.
Wow! And on this note, to call it a wrap, many thanks indeed for being part of this. On behalf of the rest of the production team, our sincere appreciations goes to our sponsors for their continuous interest and support. Don't forget to follow us on the EOM Biz Network across all social media platforms. I am Ethel Opala. To have a great week.